Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jag, and in today's class we're going to continue with our math 10 content, and we're going to go through solving quadratic equations. So with that, let's get started. All right, so here we are, and we're going to try some really simple questions first. So let's put it down as an example. Okay, so the first example we're going to do is 3x plus 36. Okay, and I'm just putting this in, okay, so you can see what the difference is here. Okay, in terms of you solving for the equation itself, okay? And what you're going to do here is just factor out the 3. I'm going to open up the brackets, and it's going to be x plus, and as you see here, because I took the 3 out as a common factor, I'm doing 36 divided by 3, which is equal to 12. So just like this. Okay, I notice the second term, which is 36, does not have an x, so I can't take it outside. So I'm going to make the whole thing equal to 0. Okay, so this 3 outside does not result in anything. Okay, so the only thing we can make equal to 0 here is x plus 12 equals 0. Okay, and I'm going to take the positive 12 to the other side, and we're going to change the sign. Okay, so here x is equal to 12. Okay, now I'm going to box our answer here. Does everyone see how to do that? All right, good. Let's try one more simple example first. So let me write it here. What we're going to do is 4x squared, okay, plus 16x. So again, take out a common factor here. What I want to take out is the 4, because I see I can divide both terms by 4, as well as the x, okay? Remember that I have x squared here. This is x to the power of 1. As a general rule, when you are doing common factoring, you want to take out the variable that has the smallest exponent. Okay, so in this case, it's x to the power of 1. We open up the brackets, and I notice with 4x squared, okay, I'm doing actually 2 minus 1. So I'm left with x here. Okay, and then you're going to do 16x divided by 4x. So 16 divided by 4, which is equal to 4. Okay, for the x value, you could just do x to the power of 1 minus x to the power of 1. So it's x to the power of 0. Okay, and it's gone. Everyone see that? So remember, because we're solving quadratic equations here, we do have to keep on going, okay? I'm going to actually just make the whole thing equal to 0, okay? This time, on the outside, I notice I have 4x, okay? Because there's an x value there, you can make that equal to 0. We're going to divide by 4 on both sides, so the 4 cancels out. Okay, and then x is equal to 0 divided by 4. X is equal to 0. Okay, is everyone good? Then you take whatever's inside the bracket here. So I have x plus 4. I also make that equal to 0. And you take the positive 4 to the other side. Okay, and I'm going to change the sign here. So x is equal to negative 4. Okay, does everyone see that? So those are basically the two values at the end. What these represent is basically the x-intercepts of this equation. Okay, and I can actually graph it out as well if I wanted to. All right. Okay, so let's go to these were just the binomials here. Let's go to a trinomial example, and let's write it on the side here. Okay, let's try one here. And we're going to try some different examples, okay? So let's try x squared minus 14x minus 40. Okay, so this is the trinomial, okay? So again, I do have to do the product and the sum. So we'll maybe just write it right here. So the product in this case, okay, is going to be this last number, okay, with the sign. So the product has to be negative 40 of my two numbers, okay? And the sum has to be the middle term, okay? And in this case, it's negative 14. Okay, so remember what we are doing is basically finding two numbers. Okay, when you multiply it, Okay, it should give you negative 40. Okay, so let's take some factors like 8 times 5, I know, is equal to 40. Okay. However, if I do add them together, okay, I notice that when you add it together, I'm actually trying to get the sum of negative 14. Okay. And so what we're going to do is take some other factors here, okay, of 40. And we can also do 10 times 4, which is also equal to 40. Okay. Sorry, so we're just going to change the sign here. Okay, so positive 40. Okay. So what we're going to do is if we multiply both of these numbers and we use a negative, I'm going to do negative 10 times negative 4. So it should be positive 40. Okay. Negative 10 plus negative 4. And this is equal to negative 14. Okay, does everyone see that? Okay, so what we're going to do here, this is a simple trinomial, okay? But let's try the decomposition method here. Whatever the first term is, we're going to keep it the same, so x squared. And then I'm using my two factors here, okay? So we're going to do negative 10x, negative 4x, okay, and plus 40. So you notice again, the first term and the last term, I'm just keeping that the same. We're just breaking down this negative 14x. Okay, everyone sees that? And in this next step, I'm just going to group together, okay, these two terms here. We're going to take out a common factor, okay? So I have x squared minus 10x. Let's take the x out. Okay, divide each of these terms by x. So what I'm left with is going to be x minus 10. Okay? And then we're going to move to the next term here. I'm going to take out my 4. Okay, and what I'm left with, again, is going to be x. Make sure you watch the sign. Minus 10, okay? Because negative 4 times negative 10 is giving me positive 40. Okay, is everyone good there? Okay? And always check inside the brackets as well. Okay, I want to make sure that I have the same term inside the brackets. So I have two factors here, okay? Whatever's on the outside, I see I have x minus 4 is one factor. And the second factor is the common factor inside the brackets, which is x minus 10. Okay, everyone sees that? And you can also just FOIL out, okay, what you have inside these two brackets, and I should get exactly what I started off with. Okay, so the expression again is not changing. I'm just changing the form of the expression. Okay, so again, we are solving for the quadratic equation. I want to make this equal to 0. Okay, I'm going to have two terms here. The first one is x minus 4, which is equal to 0. Okay, take the negative 4 to the other side, and I notice x is equal to 4. Okay, I always again box my answers, okay, so the teacher can see your final answer. Okay, and the second one is going to be x minus 10, which is equal to 0. I'm going to take this negative 10 to the other side, change the sign, and you see that x is equal to positive 10. Okay, does everyone see that? All right, good. And those are my x-intercepts here, okay, as you're solving the equation. So with that, let's try a final example here, okay? So let's try 81 x squared minus 49. So we're doing a simple example here. I see this is the difference of squares, okay? What you're going to do is basically take the square roots, okay, of both of these numbers here, okay? And I notice they're perfect squares, okay? Square root of 81 is 9 and x. Okay, the square root of 49 is going to be 7, so 9x plus 7, okay? And the second term is 9x minus 7. Okay, so don't forget about the difference of squares, okay? One of the brackets has to be positive, the other one has to be negative. I'm going to make it equal to 0. All right, so we have 9x plus 7 equals 0. Okay, and in this case, I'm going to take the 7 to the other side. So 9x equals negative 7. Okay, but my final answer for x is I'm going to divide by 9 on both sides. So x is equal to negative 7 over 9. Okay, and again, the same thing on this side. Okay, we're doing 9x minus 7, which is equal to 0. Okay, you're going to take the 7 to the other side and then divide both sides by 9. Okay, so x is going to equal to 7, so positive 7 over 9. Okay, and those are my two x-intercepts in this case. Okay, when I'm doing a difference of squares. Okay, with the difference of squares, you notice that you have basically the same answer. Okay, and the only difference here is going to be in terms of the sign. Okay, and you just have to change the sign. All right. And so this is basically, this video was covering solving the quadratic equations. Okay, I hope everyone did understand how to do that. Okay, remember to just factor out. Okay, so if I have something like this, I'm factoring out the common factor. And after you do that, you just make the whole expression equal to 0. And you're changing the sign. Okay, and this is basically you solving for the x-intercepts of the expression. Okay, if I have a trinomial like this example that we were looking at here, I'm doing the sum and the product. Okay, I'm looking for the two factors. And then here I'm just using the decomposition method, okay, to find out what the two factors are. Again, make the whole expression equal to 0. Okay, and then change the signs in order for you to find the x-intercepts. Okay, all right, so that looks good. And if there are no questions, that does bring this video to an end. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you do like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I will see everyone in the next video. Thanks, bye.